Hello and welcome to Lincoln to Local. I'm Hannah Nemechek here with LeeAnna McNally to wrap up the week at the state capitol. LeeAnna, for several weeks we've been talking about House Bill 1374 that would allow cities and towns to access ad valorem taxes. Where are we at on that bill?
Well, that bill will be heard in committee in Senate General Government on Monday. And you know, our membership certainly has concerns about that because this is the first time in Oklahoma's history that municipalities would be able to have access to ad valorem taxes. And although it is a vote, it's a vote within the municipality. And the number one concern our membership has about that is, you know, historically landowners were the only people that could vote on property tax issues and back in the day, and then the court said no, you're excluding, you know, a class of folks, but still kept intact that 60%, that supermajority threshold on ad valorem tax issues when they're voted on by the people. This bill takes and rolls that percentage back to 50%. So it's very concerning to our folks that they're not only having that access to our tax that they've never had before, and then them lowering that threshold. Two really big concerns from our membership.
So LeeAnna, next week is a deadline week at the Capitol. We will have to see those bills come out of committees to advance. One of those bills is dealing with rural health care. Can you tell us about that one?
Certainly. That's a bill by Representative Cockcroft and Senator A.J. Griffin dealing with nurse practitioners expanding their practice to be able to utilize more technology in their medical practice. So when we look at that and we look at the declining healthcare numbers in Oklahoma as far as doctors moving back to rural areas and healthcare in general in rural Oklahoma, we want rural Oklahoma to have every aspect of healthcare that they can to benefit them and to also keep their children. You know, babies are still born in rural Oklahoma, and there needs to be folks to deliver them and also provide adequate care, you know, to everyone. So.
Last week we were in Washington, D.C. visiting with EPA Administrator Scott Pruitt as well as Oklahoma's congressional delegation. We heard a lot about President Trump's commitment to infrastructure. How will that help farmers and ranchers in Oklahoma?
Well, it's a new day in Washington, D.C., definitely, with Administrator Pruitt and President Trump. You know, I was reading some article about the first 100 days, about all that President Trump has accomplished in his first 100 days of office. And, you know, it's really remarkable, not only for folks across our country, but for rural Oklahoma in general. You know, a president that's pushing infrastructure. That infrastructure, obviously, we would like to include to be water infrastructure. Oklahoma Farm Bureau members are really excited about the development of water across our state, and President Trump certainly pushing that infrastructure initiative is very helpful to that cause.
Great. Thanks, LeeAnna. And thanks for joining us for another episode of Lincoln to Local.